Joining me now, Charles Coleman, a former Brooklyn prosecutor and MSNBC legal analyst, and Jill Wine-Banks, former assistant Watergate special prosecutor, author of The Watergate Girl, and MSNBC contributor. Welcome to you both. So, Charles, let's just get into this. We're now hearing this talk that Trump is considering asking for a special master. So, he wants this so that they can review what happened at Mar-a-Lago. So let's be honest. I don't think Trump understands the difference between a special master and a master of ceremonies, but I digress. Tell us what this means and why would his team be considering asking for one?
Well, Michael, the notion of asking for a special master in a case like this is to try and ensure that impartiality rules the day. At least that's what the narrative is publicly in the court of law. The truth is that Donald Trump is far more concerned about the court of public opinion. And because of that, that is why they are already injecting this notion of trying to appeal for a special master for review in this case. It's not necessary, but it does help to bolster this narrative that you continue to hear from the Trump camp around the DOJ and the FBI having been politicized and weaponized against them. And so it's really an attempt to continue to control the narrative so that the public sides with Donald Trump, even though statistically it's showing that the public wants these investigations to continue. But Donald Trump is trying to control the narrative here just in case the outcome isn't something that he likes. He will be able to point to the notion of impartiality, or rather partiality against him, and say that the game was rigged from the start. We know that that is not true. However, this is another drop in that bucket in terms of Donald Trump trying to sort of manipulate the pieces on the board in that way against the legal system, which is slowly closing in on him.
Jill, so this idea of manipulating the narrative and controlling it, it makes all of this kind of feel a little bit upside down, backwards for me. Why is Trump world pushing to release the affidavit and the DOJ is objecting to it? So do you think those Trump allies know something that we don't?
No, I don't think that they know anything that you don't, or that all of the American people don't know. It is a question of trying to seize the narrative, not reality. He wants to release the affidavit, but he didn't go to court to do it. His lawyers were there and sat silent. It's all part of how they do this. They try to get their version of events out first. And then it's hard to change first impressions. And Charles is right. This is all part of trying to seize a narrative, saying, oh, it's not impartial. There is already probably a team in place to review these documents for any possible privilege, which seem highly unlikely since these are documents that were removed from the White House. They are documents that belong to America. They do not belong to Donald Trump, so they can't be attorney-client privileged. They are not. But it also is true that there was a special master, at least in one case involving Trump, and that was when Michael Cohen's offices were searched, and documents that could be attorney-client privilege, not just between Michael Cohen and Donald Trump, but between Michael Cohen and other clients, were reviewed by Judge Barbara Jones, a retired federal judge who was appointed as a master. The only problem with it here is that there are so many documents, and if you have one person reviewing them, obviously it's going to take longer than if you have a team in place to do the review. So maybe you need multiple special masters so that it does not cause an undue delay in reviewing the documents.